Well, it's nice to see you again, Mary. How have things been going since our last meeting?
I've been alright, I guess. Some things have been bothering me still, but I'm just trying to look on the bright side.
What sort of things seem to be bothering you?
Nothing new, really. I just had a bad week with my boyfriend, and work has really been exhausting me the last few days.
Yeah, you said a few times in the past weeks that your boyfriend is one of the main contributors to your low self-esteem. Have you been able to talk to him about this at all?
I tried a couple of times the past week to talk to him and ask him a few questions about things that bother me.
And did he answer? And did it satisfy you or did it make things worse?
Well, I guess it made me feel better at the time. I just wish he would show it more. I guess sometimes it's hard for men to be as outgoing and affectionate as women are. But besides that and work, I've been doing okay.
Well, it's good that you're beginning to break things down instead of coming to abrupt conclusions that you're not wanted or loved by the ones you love. Relationships can be hard as well as work. So while we were talking about dysfunctional thoughts, did you do the dysfunctional thoughts record while waiting for this meeting to start?
Yeah, it's right here.
Okay, thank you. And did you have any difficulty with it?
Not at all. I was skeptical at first about writing on a worksheet with such structured format, but it made it simple and it really helped me to think about things more rationally.
Well, that's good. Well, let's look at the times where you thought your thoughts seemed to be dysfunctional. The first record you made was on a Monday morning at 9 a.m. and you were arriving at work.
Yeah, that day I felt a little embarrassed and sad after it happened. It's because I had walked into work, I went straight to my desk, and no one even noticed that I had came in or said hello.
And what automatically went through your mind when that happened?
I thought that nobody liked me and that they never talked to me. It hurt my feelings because it was after a weekend they hadn't seen me in 2 days.
I could see why you would feel that way. What type of distortions from the list I provided last week were you able to put down for this thought?
I put that I was overgeneralizing and jumping to conclusions.
And in doing so, what alternative thoughts did you have, and what was the outcome of those thoughts?
I thought to myself and realized I hadn't said hi to them either. I was the only one who went straight to my desk. In reality, I didn't even give my coworkers a chance to do anything. This made me feel a little better because I knew there was no reason to get upset.
Well, that's great that you're beginning to grasp this. What was the other event that happened?
It happened on Friday when I was at the gym. My trainer seemed to be helping everyone else except for me. I got really frustrated and I felt like my trainer had given up on me. I almost left.
And what stopped you from leaving?
I realized I was mind reading, jumping to conclusions, and overgeneralizing. I thought to myself that maybe I was doing the workout correctly and satisfactory to my trainer. It made me feel better about myself because he was really helping the other ladies a lot.
Well, that's excellent. And what happened in the last one you wrote about going to the bar?
Well, no one would talk to me. It felt like time was going so slow. I thought I was worthless and stupid for even trying to go out and have fun. A weird, anxious feeling came over me, and because I was sad and frustrated, I'm bored.
Yeah, people get anxious in all certain situations, like going to the bar. What did you do to alleviate that?
I used the techniques you talked about last week to make situations less severe, and then thought about distortions you told me about.
Okay. The technique you're referring to is called systematic desensitization, which we will get to again. What distortions did you come to?
I asked myself, well, who would want to talk to a girl who's just sitting in the corner not doing anything? I need to relax and try and have a good time. I looked at the bright side of things, that I was out of the house and in public.
Well, it's great, Mary. I'm glad to see that you have really participated in this activity and that you're realizing that that things aren't as worse as they seem to be. Now, moving on to systematic desensitization. This is just like the activity we did last week. When you first arrived, I had you list some circumstances from least severe to most severe and rating them 1 to 10. 1 being they have no adverse effect on your self-esteem whatsoever, and 10 making you feel absolutely horrible about yourself. Is that okay?
Yes.
Remember that this is intended to help you reduce the situation's ability to bring you down. My hope is that over time these situations will have no adverse effect on your self-esteem. Once we get to the severity of 8, we will stop until next time. Now I want you to close your eyes and breathe deep and slow. When I state the situation, I want you to rate it. Okay?
Yes.
Okay, good. Breathe deep and slow. You were at a checkout line and the cashier said hello to everyone but you.
A 3.
Good. Again, take another deep breath. You're with a few friends, you see another group of friends while out. The other friends say hello to everyone in your group except for you.
A 5.
Okay, that's great. Breathe again, deep and slow. You tell your boyfriend that you love him and he returns by saying, "Thank you, honey."
9.
Okay, great. We'll stop there for the day with this. I want you to take another deep breath and open your eyes. Do you feel you handled that well?
I think so. I really feel bad that by relaxing and taking deep breaths, I didn't let things affect me as much.
You have to always remember that there is absolutely nothing you can control outside of controlling you. What would you think if I told you the world was going to end in 3 days? 3 hours, I apologize.
I would think you're crazy.
And you would have reason to think so. So you think I'm crazy because that's what you believe. You believe the allegation is crazy, therefore it doesn't negatively affect you. This is an example of ABC, emotional analysis model.
What does ABC stand for?
A is me saying that the world is going to end in 3 hours. B is how you perceived or believed what I was saying. And C, depending on B, is how you feel. What you believe or think will tell you how you feel about something. Do you understand?
I think so. I believe you're wrong, therefore I'm not worried or scared.
Precisely. You feel certain ways because you believe it to be true. Now I want you to look at certain things that happen to you that lower your self-esteem and go through these questions I'm providing on these worksheets.
Okay. I think I could do this fairly easy.
Well, it was great seeing you again today, and I want you to know that you're doing great. How about the same time next week?
Sounds great. Thank you.
You too.